Looking to throw. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This to Jarwin. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The give is to Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 24, Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott there to make the grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. First down, a run with Cohen. And some room to maneuver. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 91 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. 47.
Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
He'll buy some in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bunt, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Fields. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Justin Fields hooking up with Allen Robinson for the touchdown there. And the Bears have taken the lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Cowboys 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is Tony Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And some room to work. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
Do it! Do it!
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Fields. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Throwing on third down, Fields. Here's a diving catch right side. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the give, this is Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. 123 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
To throw is Fields.
Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Now Pollard.
Well, now how about this return?
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Rolling to his right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 53 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
On first down, it's Cohen, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escaping.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
On first down, it's Fields. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now Fields gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Fields. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Bears. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They try again with Cohen. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Cohen will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth? That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Fighting room at the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. 84 yards.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He'll throw from the gun.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Prescott now from the 50.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
50 yards.
And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Lamb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Dak. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is now a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And Carter, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Fields steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Fields. Gonna get this to Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this almost to midfield. So they needed a pretty good-sized play, and they got it.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To the air again, Fields. Man open is Robinson. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.